G'day everybody. Alvar Jones here from. So seriously, this Atlas 3i gig, are we supposed to believe it? Because I've got a lot of very serious questions that remain unanswered about it. Firstly, this comes from the people who bought you med beds that nobody's ever seen. This comes from the people from the Pleiadians who are our friends who haven't lifted a finger to help us. From the people who bought you Nibiru and the Galactic Federations and all of that very pleasant bedtime story stuff. And so, why would we believe something else from these guys? What are we thinking? The point of the exercise is to exploit people by putting stars in their eyes. They've done it over and over again. The playbook is rich. And this is the playbook, the Black Seal of the Inner Circle. Now, what does it say? It says drip feed people information, leave a lot of questions unanswered. And then what will happen is people will fill in the blanks from their own mind. They'll they'll tell the story for you. And that's what's happening in Mystic YouTube. And when you're seeing all of these YouTube reports from different mystics, what they're doing is they're filling in the blanks from their own mind. It is a weird thing, but let's just start with they want to keep stars in your eyes. That's the key. That's the key. That's what Atlas 3i is for. That's what medbeds are for. That's what the Pleiadians are for. Like, you get it, right? This is the story they're telling. So that you're distracted and not getting to the real issue. George Kavasilis is the guy who introduced this. And he's great. Like he's got a really good name. He's been in the game for 20 or 30 years, and he's not been a big part of the YouTube world, but he is a quality mystic, and he does deserve our praise, and his credibility in my mind is actually quite good. However, this material fits the same blueprint as all of the other psyops, which is sit tight, the cavalry's coming, don't do anything, we'll look after you. And then these heroes. We're supposed to have Elon Musk as a world hero, and then Donald Trump as a world hero, and before that it might have been Vladimir Putin or Richard Branson. These are heroes that don't fulfill, right? And all it is just a distraction while they're getting their stuff done over here. And so these are my questions that I put out to Mystic YouTube, because these things are, even if it's true, even if the satellite pictures are not manufactured by AI, like it's a tricky one to tell. Even if it's actually there, let's imagine it is actually there, and my team confirms it is actually there. Here are my questions. All right. And I want the YouTube community at large to please answer them for me. I don't want to say this is nonsense, but these questions cannot be ignored. Part one, Sol is an occupied system in the galaxy. It's occupied by reptilians and greys, and there's all sorts of their friends who are around. If Earth, at least, or not the whole solar system, is an occupied territory, then how are they letting an enemy ship just glide on in? Where are the reptilian fleets? Where are the grey fleets? Where are the several secret space program fleets? Not part of the story. Apparently, that sort of combat doesn't mean anything if you've got stars in your eyes. This is not part of the stars in your eyes story. But let's just say he's an Earthling admiral who captains that ship, right? He's an actual bona fide born on Earth guy. And he has developed all of those wonderful powers. Well, my next question is like all of the secret space programs were made in partnership with another alien species. And so what you have is you have a senior alien species and a junior Earthling partnership. And so how did that ship flip hands to Earthling only? Like they must have had some of those aliens there, and I would say political officer, if you know what I mean, from the old Russian style of doing things. And it's a group of aliens who are on an Earthling ship who are specifically there to make sure that that Earthling ship doesn't do anything to harm the evil empire, doesn't go against it, right? Tell me this doesn't make sense, but they have to have people there to do that. Or should I say, I have to have alien bodies there to do that. And so, what did he do to them? Where did they go? What happened to them? Where are they in this scenario? Because if Captain Kirk, and I don't know what his real name is, but I'm going to call him Captain Kirk. If Captain Kirk went out, explored the galaxy, and came back to save the world, what did he do with the masters on that ship? Let's not call them anything else. Where did they go? And why does that fleet, who is still present here on Earth, tolerate a ship that has shed its masters? It is not part of the alliance anymore. I just have problems because, as far as Earth is concerned, as far as the rulership of Earth is concerned, that's an enemy ship and it's just flying around in their system doing whatever it wants and it's going to save all the humans, right? I can't accept that. I can't tolerate that. That is an enemy action. This is a warfare event. Like, anyway, I'm very, very challenged by the whole idea. Why are they letting it happen? Third question. All right. And I'll just read you the article that somebody sent me from the 7th of September. Yeah. And it says, it's coming. Chilean scientists allegedly intercepted a cryptic Morse-like signal beaming from 3I Atlas, the mysterious interstellar comet currently streaking through our solar system in a straight line towards Earth. Confronted with indecipherable code, they reportedly turned to AI, which translated the eerie message as, we're on our way, we've been watching you, don't be afraid, we're going to be there soon. The coded message also indicated the probe was already in contact with CEDAW global leadership. Communication that, for reasons unknown, has not been shared with the public. Morse code. They want us to believe that 3I Atlas uses Morse code. Are you are you nuts? Like, this is an interstellar craft that can send a scout ship and land it on the White House lawn and declare humanity free of the Illuminati tomorrow. Tomorrow. That's all it would take. The military preponderance that it's supposed to have, the military dominance. Like, why wouldn't it? Oh, because 5D chess, because 7D chess, right? Whatever story you want to make up. But here's the thing, without proper information, you fill in the blanks with the answers that you want to hear. And that's how they're setting up this psyop. Is it in is it in communication with our governments? Quite probably. But like everything, they won't tell us anything. And I'll even quote Cliff High here. I'll paraphrase him. Total legend. Love your work, Cliff. Yeah, so they traveled in a ship at sublight speeds, perhaps for several generations, and think about how expensive that ship is. Like, that is that's a planet's GDP for 10 years to build something like that, right? And what did they send it over here to do? To win a battle for us, which is called conquering, right? And then just give us back the planet. Like, we're going to believe that too. But to go a little bit further with Cliff High, going, why are they here? Like, if their goals are perfectly innocent and helpful, they could tell us and we would help them, right? If they're nefarious and about crushing human independence, well, of course you keep that secret because you don't tell your enemies what you're doing. And so my questions really are, if this isn't a hoax, right? If it really is there, then why are we not considering it as an enemy ship? If they were our friends, why not just park yourself in orbit and start helping us? Like, You traveled a gajillion miles. What's the plan, folks? Because I'm really challenged to understand this in a based way. And I really want you guys to take the stars out of your eyes and ask realistic questions. Like, and I want Michael Sala to answer these questions. I want Ishmael Perez to answer these questions. If you guys are spruiking this as loud as you are, then you know the answers to these questions, right? If you're in communication, if you get the program, then please tell us, because there's this story has holes in it like a Swiss cheese. Everybody do nothing, sit tight. The cavalry's coming. Just sit tight and we'll look after you. And then they don't. And if the health crisis of 2020 tells you anything, is nobody's coming to help us. Nobody's coming to save us. So if you want Earth's independence, then what the Earthlings have to do, it can't come from without. It has to come from within. Think of a teenager leaving home. You can't just stick them in a house of their own and hope that they can be independent. No, like there has to be something born inside. It has to come from within to be independent. It can't be gifted to us. And so long as you're caught up in the savior complex, your expectation is that someone will do it for us. But no, there's no evidence for that at all. If you think Earth has friends out there in the galaxy, where are they? What are they doing right now? The only exception to this story might be Gosha, who's able to communicate exterior to this planetary system. And so for those of you who don't know who I am, I run a astral projection team called the Earth Guard. We've been flying around fighting for humanity's interests for a long time. And, amongst our achievements include being demonkind's public enemy #1. We've been beating those guys up so badly that they may actually go extinct as a result of our work. But, you can look into that yourself and ask your own mystics about it, because nobody seems to know jack about demons these days. So I leave those questions with you and hope that you can come up with some kind of answer for them, because otherwise, Three Eye Atlas just means big, big trouble. If it's real, the likelihood, or if you logic it out, it's an enemy craft. And if it's not, it's just another big fat hoax that's there to put stars in your eyes and keep you distracted. But that's my 2 cents on it. You decide what you think about it. I'd love to hear what you think. That's what the comments are for. My love to you all. Stay well.